Good morning, everyone. It's Seneca from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, my thoughts have been all about hopefulness and present moment. And of course, you might know that this is how I certainly have been working on training my mind about being really present in this moment. And I find that so many teachers are teaching this and have taught it throughout history, which I just think is so fascinating. So I thought I would start today with one quotation that I'm hoping will plant a seed of awareness in your own mind about what many people, many of us, will fall into every so often, and some people maybe more often than others. So this quotation is by Seneca, and the quotation says, "The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable." And we would think, well, how is that possible? If I'm looking forward to something, then I'm kind of happy about it, right? I'm happy that this is going to be happening, or I think this is going to happen, or I'll be happy because that's going to be happening. So that's the whole point, right? It's when that happens, I'll be happy. Now, if you are really happy in this current time, that's very good in terms of present moment awareness. But more often than not, people are looking at the future to identify with. So when we think about when that happens, when I get that job, when this Christmas bonus comes in, when I have this relationship, when I get married, when I have children, when I have the second child, when I, whatever it is, right? When I get out of this not good relationship, all of these things are all future based, right? As opposed to, I'm really happy right now. This is good right now. And we can be thinking about, I'm hopeful about this, and that's making me feel good right now. And then don't lose this moment, right? So this moment of I feel good right now is the key, right? So I thought I would read to you just a little quotation from Swami Chinmayananda, who inspired me from his writing that I read yesterday. And this is about looking back at ancient scripture and interpreting it and applying it, right? So this is the quotation that really impressed me. This was about hope. It says, "Hope is the expectation of a happening that is to yet manifest and mature in a future period of time." Okay? So again, hope is the expectation of a happening that is yet to manifest and mature in a future period of time. So imagine that, right? So this is hope. And again, a lot of people can think very well of hope, and I like hope myself. But we can't be lost in that identification, right? Because if we are, we're missing this present moment. And then tomorrow, let's say we even have achieved that hope. We got the job, we got the bonus, we got the relationship. And what will happen if the mind is trained in the next expectation? That's what I'm hopeful for next. We're still missing this moment, right? So this is really an important thought process to get your mind around if you want to be able to be free of anxiety, right? To be able to be in this space of I'm happy. So when we think I'm hopeful about this, but I'm anxious that it might not happen, is usually the connection that's happening, right? That, yeah, I hope it will happen. And I'm pretty sure it will, but if it doesn't, right? So there's always just that little bit that holds us back, as opposed to just being happy in this present moment. I'm just really happy about today, right? This hope for this future event is not being present in this moment, right? And it's not allowing flow in this present moment, because when our expectation is tied to this future event, it's very similar to tying to past events. And my next video will be about that. So maybe tomorrow I will post that. But this idea of not living in hope, in fact, it's actually encouraged from this writing that I've read, and I actually really believe it. And I believe I practice it mostly, not always, because I do like hopefulness. But this actually made me think in a very different way that, it's good to have some hope to strive towards the next things that we're going for, but it's even better to ground ourselves back in this present moment. So I came across this beautiful quotation by Dyer that I'd love to end this video with hope No, I'm going to say an expectation, recommendation for this present moment, that in this video or after this video, if you can spend 5 minutes to think about what are you truly happy about or appreciative for in this present moment. And remember, it's not just thinking, right? It's not just I'm thinking happy thoughts, that's good. It's speaking, it's doing, right? It's all of that in this present moment. What are you doing to show that you are appreciating this moment? So I thought I would finish with this quotation, which is by Dyer, and it says, frequently, avoidance of the present leads to an idealization of the future. When an event does not live up to your expectations, you can get out of the depression by idealizing again. Do not let this vicious circle become your lifestyle. Interrupt it now with some strategic present moment fulfillment. So do you get that? It's this idea that if we're thinking of, oh, when this happens, so let's say when I get that new job, I'm going to be so happy that I got the new job. Oh, I don't like the new boss, right? So there's something, oh, there's a bit of disappointment in this, or I actually have to drive farther than I wanted to. A little bit of disappointment in it. So then it's the next. Well, if I can work from home, then I'll be better. So it's the next expectation that we create this cycle of expecting the next thing to make me happy in this moment. So I'd love for you to think about that today for 5 minutes after this video and focus on how are you thinking, how are you speaking, how are you acting in this moment. I hope that you are living your present moment experience in the best way that you can. I wish you a fantastic day ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.